If you think losing muscle is just about skipping workouts or not eating enough protein, think again. The reality is, your daily habits are either fueling your strength or quietly tearing it down, and chances are you're making mistakes that are sabotaging your gains without even realizing it. In this video, we're exposing 5 daily habits that secretly destroy muscle, the silent culprits that could be wrecking your hard-earned gains. Stick around, because what you're about to learn could mean the difference between building strength and watching it slip away. Number 5, excessive alcohol consumption. If you think you can hit the gym hard and still down a six-pack every weekend without consequences, think again. Alcohol is one of the biggest silent killers of muscle growth. Yet so many people pretend it's not a problem. First off, alcohol wrecks your protein synthesis, which is basically your body's ability to repair and grow muscle fibers after training. Every sip you take slows down your muscle building process, meaning all those hours spent lifting heavy might be going to waste. And let's talk about hormones. Alcohol crushes your testosterone levels, which is literally the key hormone for muscle growth and fat loss. At the same time, it spikes your cortisol, a stress hormone that promotes muscle breakdown. So, not only are you limiting muscle gains, but you're also actively destroying the ones you already have. Congratulations, you just made your own progress your worst enemy. Think that's bad? It gets worse. Alcohol messes up your sleep, and if you're not sleeping properly, you're not recovering properly. Your body needs deep, quality sleep to release growth hormone and repair muscle tissue. But after a night of drinking, your sleep cycle is so disrupted that your recovery is garbage. And let's be honest, what happens after a night out? You wake up feeling like trash, craving greasy, unhealthy food, and skipping your workout because your body is barely functioning. One bad night turns into 2 wasted days, and suddenly, your gains are in jeopardy. Still not convinced? Let's talk about hydration. Alcohol dehydrates your muscles, which leads to poor performance, slower recovery, and increased risk of injury. When your body is low on fluids, your muscles are stiff, your strength drops, and your endurance tanks. And don't even get me started on the empty calories. Alcohol is literally useless fuel. It provides no nutrients, just extra fat storage, especially around your gut. So if you're wondering why your abs are hiding despite your clean eating, maybe it's all those weekend drinks adding up. Am I saying you can never enjoy a drink again? No. But if you're serious about muscle growth and performance, moderation is key. Stick to low alcohol, low calorie options. Keep your hydration in check and avoid drinking on training days. And for the love of gains, stop pretending that alcohol is harmless. It's sabotaging your progress more than you realize. Number 4, smoking cigarettes. The so-called bad habit that some people still think they can get away with while trying to build muscle. Let's get one thing straight. If you smoke, you're basically putting your muscles in a chokehold every single day. Your muscles need oxygen-rich blood to perform, recover, and grow. Smoking reduces your blood circulation, meaning your muscles get less of what they need to function properly. Ever wonder why you're out of breath way faster than your non-smoking gym buddies? That's because your lungs are working at half capacity, struggling to pump oxygen through your system. Less oxygen, less endurance, slower recovery, and weaker performance overall. Then, there's the oxidative stress problem. Smoking floods your body with free radicals, those nasty little molecules that break down muscle tissue, speed up aging, and leave you feeling like garbage. While you're trying to recover from a tough workout, your body is busy fighting off the internal damage caused by smoking instead of building muscle. Great job. You just doubled your recovery time. And don't even get me started on testosterone and cortisol. Like alcohol, smoking lowers testosterone levels, which makes it harder for you to gain lean muscle. At the same time, it boosts cortisol, a hormone that literally eats away at your muscle fibers. If you're training hard but still smoking, it's like you're trying to fill up a bathtub with a drain open. You're making gains, but they're disappearing just as fast. Oh, and you know how important vascularity is, right? That shredded, veined look that bodybuilders strive for? Well, smoking narrows your blood vessels, making it harder for your muscles to get pumped and for your veins to show. So if you were dreaming of that ripped, vascular look, congratulations, you just sabotaged it. But here's the worst part. the long-term consequences. Even if you don't care about short-term performance loss, smoking increases your risk of heart disease, lung damage, and chronic fatigue. What's the point of building an aesthetic physique if you're wrecking your internal health in the process? No amount of protein shakes or creatine will fix what smoking is doing to your body. You're enjoying the video, leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button. Number 3, lack of sleep. Sleep isn't just rest time. It's when your body actually builds muscle, burns fat, and restores energy levels. Without enough sleep, your body's entire recovery system goes haywire, and your performance in the gym? Garbage. Let's talk about hormones, because sleep is directly tied to the ones that control muscle growth and fat loss. Growth hormone and testosterone, the two most important hormones for getting stronger and leaner, are released in high amounts during deep sleep. But if you're cutting your sleep short, your body produces less of these muscle-building hormones and instead pumps out more cortisol, the stress hormone that literally eats away at your muscle tissue. So while you're awake at 2 a.m. scrolling through your phone, just know that you're actively sabotaging your muscle gains. Ever tried lifting heavy after a bad night of sleep? It's miserable. Your strength is down, your endurance is shot, and your coordination is off. Lack of sleep slows down reaction time, making you more prone to injuries. So if you think skipping sleep is a flex, just remember that you're lifting weaker and increasing your risk of tearing something. Another brutal effect of sleep deprivation: hunger and fat storage go through the roof. When you don't sleep enough, your body boosts ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and reduces leptin, the fullness hormone. You're hungrier, you crave junk food, and you have less self-control. This is why after pulling an all-nighter, you suddenly need a massive fast food meal. Your body is in survival mode, demanding high-calorie fuel. So not only does lack of sleep kill muscle gains, but it also makes fat loss way harder. Then there's recovery, or should I say, the lack of it. Every training session creates tiny muscle tears that need proper recovery to grow back stronger. But if you're skimping on sleep, your muscles aren't fully repairing, which means your next workout is less effective and you're constantly operating in a state of fatigue. If you're always sore, weak, and not progressing, your sleep habits might be the culprit. Number 2, eating too few calories. Undereating is one of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to lose fat or build muscle. You need fuel to grow, recover, and perform. Starving yourself is not the answer. Your body is like a car. If you don't put enough fuel in it, it won't run properly. If you're not eating enough calories, you're going to feel tired, weak, and unmotivated. Your workouts will suffer, your strength will drop, and forget about progressive overload. You won't have the energy to push heavier weights or train intensely. Then there's muscle loss. If you're in a severe calorie deficit, your body isn't just burning fat, it's also breaking down muscle tissue for energy. That means all the hard work you put into the gym is getting reversed because your body is literally eating away at your muscle. Instead of getting lean and strong, you'll just end up skinny and weak. And let's not forget about hormones. If you consistently eat too little, your testosterone levels plummet, growth hormone production slows, and your metabolism crashes. Your body thinks it's in survival mode, so it starts holding on to fat instead of burning it. This is why people who undereat often find themselves stuck in a plateau. They're eating less but not losing weight because their metabolism has slowed to a crawl. Another major issue: recovery. Training hard damages muscle fibers, and your body needs nutrients and energy to repair them. If you're not eating enough, your muscles can't recover properly, which means slower gains, more soreness, and increased risk of injury. Have you ever noticed how people who undereat are always fatigued and complaining about joint pain? That's because their bodies are literally falling apart from lack of nutrition. So how do you fix this? Stop starving yourself. Instead of focusing on eating as little as possible, focus on eating enough to fuel your workouts and maintain muscle mass. Number 1, training without focus and intensity. Walking into the gym without a plan and expecting results is like driving without a destination. You're just wasting gas. If you're the guy who shows up, does a few random exercises, chats for half the session, and leaves thinking you crushed it, newsflash, you didn't. Progress doesn't happen by accident. It requires structured effort, intensity, and progression. If you're lifting the same weights, doing the same reps, and following the same routine for months, you're not training, you're maintaining. Your muscles grow when they're forced to adapt to increasing resistance. That means lifting heavier, increasing reps, improving technique, and pushing past your comfort zone. No challenge, no change. Then there's mind-muscle connection. If you're just moving weights from point A to point B without actually engaging the target muscle, you're wasting your time. Every rep should be controlled, every contraction intentional. Focus on form, execution, and actually feeling the muscle work. If you're swinging your arms wildly during curls or bouncing the bar off your chest during bench press, congratulations, you're training momentum, not muscle. And let's not forget training intensity. If you're scrolling through social media between sets, chatting about weekend plans or resting 5 minutes after every light set, you're not training hard enough. Building muscle and strength requires effort. You should be sweating, struggling, and pushing yourself. If you finish your workout and feel like you could do it all over again, you didn't train hard enough. Another common mistake: neglecting compound movements. If your workout consists mostly of isolation exercises and machines, you're leaving gains on the table. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups, overhead presses, these are the real muscle builders. They recruit multiple muscle groups, allow you to lift heavier, and trigger maximum growth. If your gym session is 80% bicep curls and cable kickbacks, you're training for aesthetics, not for real strength and size. Hitting the gym hard for 2 weeks and then disappearing for a month doesn't cut it. Progress comes from repeated effort over time. If you're not training at least 3 to 5 times a week with consistency, don't expect serious results. Muscles don't grow from what you did last month. They grow from what you do week after week, year after year. Follow a structured program. Stop winging it and start tracking your lifts, reps, and progress. You like the video, leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.